Okay, so before this video begins, I messed up. I realized as I was recording this, or editing it, I I accidentally had the wrong mic set in my OBS, so it was using my headset mic instead of my microphone on my desk, and because of that, it's you can hear me breathing. You can hear you. I'm so sorry. It's not bad, but you can hear me breathing. I scratch my arms a few times. You can hear that. I take a drink at some point. You can hear that. Thank God I wasn't eating while I was doing this, or else this would have been impossible to listen to. I am so sorry. It will not happen again. And, yeah. Also, after watching all the footage while going through and editing things, I haven't really done much yet. But, uh, I realized we were so excited to talk about this game that we never actually like finished a thought. Like we start so many thoughts and don't even finish it. So yeah, real once again, it's just this video isn't an in-depth review or anything like that. This is just me and my buddy gushing about this fucking game for an hour. So yeah, yeah. Uh Also, if you want a drinking game, take a shot every time I say the words real quick, and you'll be dead. You'll be dead before the video is done. So yeah, uh, yeah, just enjoy the video. Once again, sorry about the audio quality. It'll be better next time, I promise.
Boop. All right. Okay.
Good
Now,
evening, ladies and gentlemen, all beings of configurations. Welcome to this podcast, little bit of a segment here where me and my friend here are going to be talking about how freaking amazing this game is, which is Tears of the Kingdom, by
yes.
the way.
Yes. Jesus fucking Christ. I I don't know how to put this into words, but like I st- I breath when Tears of the Kingdom was announced, like remember like fucking 2.5 years ago when it was originally announced and all they did
Oh
was
yeah,
like drop like a few seconds of a trailer and said it's happening.
yeah. I mean, that was probably the most I've been hyped for
Yeah, I
in like
got
a long
super
while.
hyped for it, but then like 2 months later, I completely forgot about it. And I think that's the best thing that could have happened because literally all the trailers and shit dropped for it a few months ago and everything, and I didn't watch any of them because my hype meter was like non-existent at the time because I completely forgotten about it. And then it said, "All right, it's coming out in May, which is like 2 weeks away." And I went, "Oh shit. Awesome." Because I completely
Well,
fucking forgot about it.
amazing.
Oh
I will
man.
say this though, I have been keeping up on the trailers and everything, and like even though there was like a long period of drought and everything, I was anticipating for it because it was just something I was really expecting to like actively come out as a video game. And then literally like when they announced an earlier release date, which I believe it was May when they changed it anyway, that's when I was just like beyond excited for it because I knew this was going to be a really big game. I knew they were going to like improve on what was originally in Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
And
Like
yeah,
and
like
but before we get into it,
uh,
should we should probably bring up the whole this is just a $70 DLC bullshit that was going around for a while. You remember
yeah,
hearing
so
about that?
let me explain that to you. Originally, the game was supposed to have a second wave of DLC, according to the developer. But because they got so many ideas, and on top of the reason why they kept pushing it back was because they kept seeing the amount of creations that people have done, all the flying machines and all that stuff. They literally just added all of that to the game. They just added it and said, "All right, look, we know we were supposed to
I
release DLC, but we're just gonna do a new game anyway. We're gonna add more details. Hear your
cuz
feedback. There you
um
go."
like I didn't actually play the DLC for Breath of the Wild. I played a little bit of Master of the Sword or Trials of the Sword. I didn't beat it. And I didn't even touch Champion's Ballad. I need to go back and do that at some point.
Honestly speaking, out of all of it, the one thing I will say that I like will say about both experiencing and playing the DLC for Breath of the Wild is that it's just extra shrines, extra stuff to do, and a boss rush mode. On top of that, like probably when you beat the whole thing, you get like a really cool, like you get two cool items. which
Like the
is
motorcycle. I remember
yeah, the
seeing the
motorcycle,
motorcycle.
and you also get a portable teleport pad that you could go to wherever. Now, the fun fact about that is, like when that first came out, it was sort of revolutionary because that way you could like do a lot of grinding and like loop exploits of like, okay, I teleport here, grab items, teleport again, do repeat.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the reasons. The other one is like, okay, cool, I want to leave myself here so that way I remember to go back here whenever I disappear and go do elsewhere.
Okay. Okay.
That was kind of the whole reason behind the first two waves. It's like that's one of the best things about it. When you get the bike, however, since it was also introduced in Mario Kart, by the way, fun fact. The thing about the bike is you had to feed it guardian parts in order to keep the fuel gauge up, which
Wait,
was kind
really?
of weird. Yeah,
That's kind of what they did for this game, though, if you think about it.
I mean, well, you can't just only feed it guardian parts. It's like you feed it a little bit more stuff too. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's. Mm,
Huh.
okay,
Um,
so from my friend here who beat the game here and
he's
did all
already
that.
beaten it?
You could, no, he's beaten Breath of the Wild
Oh,
and
okay.
did the DLC stuff. I was watching him. He says you can feed it any parts. I'm pretty sure this is correct. I'm like 100% certain on this. You
Okay.
can feed it any part, but the guardian parts give you more energy on that.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Okay. Before we really get into it,
Hmm.
um, oh wait, we didn't even really finish the whole $70 DLC bullshit.
Yeah. So to add on
That
to that,
is even after playing, because 100% frank, I'm only like 15 hours into it. Fucking Blair
oh,
here is what? How far are you into it now? Like,
I have spent a total of 7+ days on this game exploring. I only have two towers left. I have explored about half of the map in the new content. And as
Jesus.
well as, oh yeah, by the way, spoiler warnings from here on out. We're going to be talking about spoilers for Tears of the Kingdom. If you're not aware,
We're not
then
gonna go in terms of story spoilers. I don't think we should go past
what you've discovered.
yeah, basically we shouldn't go past, well, actually, we probably, in terms of story, we probably shouldn't go past when Pura sends you out to to do shit.
Right.
That's
So,
probably the
pretty much.
point we shouldn't talk about story. We can talk about anything else, but story is the one thing that we probably shouldn't jump on too hard.
Yeah, but then at that point, it wouldn't continue past that because then it wouldn't be talking about the new content about the stuff that recently came out. But Nintendo of America did tweet out about Hyrule Depths being a thing, so we can officially talk about that. So that's cleared out.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
So,
Gameplay spoilers, I'm kind of fine with, as long as we're
mhm.
not going too hard, too descriptive and shit. Because there's a lot of shit I haven't seen. Like I've only been up to, I've only done one dungeon, and yeah, and that's about it. I have not
Meanwhile,
gone far. I've gone
meanwhile,
a
I'm sitting here with like three of them done.
yeah. Like fuck man, I got a 10-hour job. I got a 10-hour a day job, man. Cut me a break.
I
Um,
don't blame you.
but yeah, like Jesus Christ. But just the idea that people could at some point, just from the little bit I've seen, looked at this thing and at some point called it a $70 DLC fucking baffles me, because this
Yeah, I
is
don't know how you could see it as a $70 DLC. This game is fundamentally and like 100% a completely different game compared to
it's
Breath of the Wild.
it's a sequel. It's an
It's
actual fucking
yeah,
sequel.
it's a genuine true sequel. The entire map has changed, and a lot of the
It's
things that
still
you
the
normally
things you
know.
remember, but
Yeah,
different.
that's the thing about playing the first game too. It's like if you
Like
played the first game, your
I
journey will literally change your route.
yeah, and the thing about this game is like I went back to the Great Plateau last night.
Oh, you found that thing, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I haven't finished it yet, but I have found that thing.
Oh, that thing is terrifying, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, no, it is. It fucking is.
Trust me, when I first
When that
encountered it,
thing told me to like bring it its eyes and shit, I was like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, that's a little bit.
Bring me
Oh,
my eyes, and I will give you a reward.
yeah.
Jesus Christ! I've gotten it 3 of its 4 eyes. I'm down to
Oh,
the
that's
last eye, and I was gonna finish it last night. I would have finished it last night had my fucking stupid pussy wagon not have fucking disintegrated with the eyes still attached.
yeah, I feel that.
Because
Honestly,
because my plan was to build a car, just put the eyes on it and attach the eyes to it so they don't roll off, and then just drive around, pick up all the eyes, and then go drop them off to the dude. But the fucking I'm calling it the pussy wagon because it's literally just a fucking rock with some wheels on it. But it's that
what a
stupid. It's like
creative
that
name.
stupid Team 4 Star joke where it was like, "What happened to the pussy wagon? It blew up."
God damn it. Oh, that's perfect, man. That's like the best name to call it now.
Oh man, but yeah, it's and then I got like two eyes. I went to the third eye, picked up the third eye, walked back, and my car was just gone. It had fucking disintegrated. With the eyes still attached. Thank God the eyes respawned exactly where they were before.
Oh yeah.
Cause like I thought I fucking broke it for a second.
So that's a fun thing about that I want to segue into the Zonai contraptions that people have made.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Like the amount of crazy ass shit
The
that they have
Korok
done.
torturing.
Well, okay, the core torturing is completely justified because of one reason. 900 of those fuckers we
Yeah.
had to find in Breath of the Wild. And
Yep.
what did we get for in return?
Piece of shit.
Golden shit. Exactly. Golden fucking shit. Of course we're going to take our time and torture them and sacrifice them along the way. This
Uh
is our goal.
seeing these pictures of people like crucifying them and setting them on fire and shit, it just I can feel my racist grandfather from the grave just smiling upon the world. He is
God
he's
damn it.
so happy with everything that has happened.
Oh,
Uh
God.
it's so good. I There was one that I had that he was like, "Oh hey, my friend, take me to my friend," and I look over and his friend's like fucking 2 miles away, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's gonna take way too fucking long." So I just fucking strapped a rocket to his ass and just sent him flying.
Did it work?
Yeah, yeah, he went most of the way there. He made it
God
pretty
damn.
much. That all I had to do was carry him like a few more feet. He missed by a little bit. Damn.
At least it got him there. That's one of
Yeah,
the things about it.
dude, the
Although,
fucking
uh
rockets are the thing that's the craziest bit.
yeah,
Like,
when I okay, so real quick question,
the
real
first
quick.
dungeon I did,
Uh,
the fact that it's like two dungeons in one, kind of, because you have to go up to it first, and that's a fucking crazy ass dungeon. And
yeah,
then, like, my plan right now is I've taken care of the fucking Rito Village or dungeon. I'm planning to
mhm.
go to the Gerudo dungeon as soon
The
as I'm
Gordon
done.
Dungeon's pretty unique. I honestly like the way it was done.
Dude, okay. I I really like the way the abilities work in this game. A lot of this game really feels like they just balance patched the first game. Cuz
They balanced patched it.
a lot of the crazy broken abilities that you had in the first
Uh-huh.
game are not in this game.
Oh no.
Like this game's version of Rivali's Gale is literally the same thing except it just shoots you forward.
Though I will say this, they did add Rivali's Gale as a mechanic through means of like item usage.
Oh yeah, placing the
Yeah, using
fireplace
the
and then
fire.
throwing a fucking
Yeah,
cone on it, pine
yeah,
cone
that's
that
that's
blows
one of
up.
the coolest things I've ever seen out of like
Yeah.
ingenuity at its finest.
Also, like, dude, is it just me or is this game a lot fucking harder than Breath of the Wild?
It is. It actually is harder. I am telling you this right now. It took me probably like a solid 3 hours to get through Gerudo Town. Like once I got
Jesus
to like a
Christ.
certain part,
Or wait,
it was.
what are you leveling up with? What was your first priority with the Blessings of Light?
My first priority was stamina, and then I got about half of the first wheel, and that's where I left it as I proceeded to get more hearts
Oh, that
because then
I
once those
immediately
became a lot
dumped into
quicker.
hearts cuz I'm call it a hunch. I have a feeling they're going to pull the shit that they did in the first game where you need like 13 fucking hearts for the Master Sword because
Oh,
they
that's gonna be
literally
nice.
pulled it in the beginning of the fucking game where you needed 4 hearts to open the door.
They're probably gonna pull it for storage aspects, but on top of that, the one thing I will say that I'm anticipating throughout this entire thing, Like the reason why I didn't put so much hearts in so much into hearts is because I knew I was gonna be getting some return due to the dungeons. Now,
Oh yeah, true.
because of that,
Well,
let's segue a little bit into another subject here, which is the Hyrule Depths. That's
oh
another
god,
reason why I got so many hearts.
dude, that is that place is nuts.
Yeah, remember when I told you the game sextupled in size?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was not kidding.
I uh, when it really hit me was when I was in Rito Village and I was looking around at shit and I was trying to go for a memory. You know the memory that's right up there in the
Oh yeah.
northwest that's in the ice field next to fucking King Ghidorah?
Oh fuck, you're talking about that memory. Did you
Yeah,
wait?
yeah,
Was it next to
that
the
was one of the
labyrinth?
first memories I grabbed, by the way.
The one next to the labyrinth?
Yeah.
Oh God, then you know about that
Yeah.
deranged moment.
Yeah, no, that was one of the first memories I got. It was like the second memory I got.
Dude, that is like one of the rawest cutscenes I've ever
Oh
seen in
yeah,
a
no,
game.
that shit was
It was
nuts.
awesome.
It was nuts. And I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, damn, this must be like one of the last cutscenes." And then I looked at it and it was like memory 10 out of 18.
Yeah, a lot happened, and I did go memory
Dude,
dumping
okay,
a
all right,
lot.
real quick.
Uh-huh,
This is like the one of the only issues I had with the first game
uh-huh.
is all the cool shit happened in the memories.
Yeah, but all the cool shit's happening now. That's the difference.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Is it the same in this game?
For what?
Is more cool shit is actually happening in our fucking time, right?
Yes,
Okay,
because a
good.
lot of what is happening in this game, as you've seen from doing the first dungeon, you've seen all of that moment from like all the progress that we've done before, like progressing forward. And then now that we're in this section, we see everything moving forward in time.
Yeah.
So we are
I
literally a part of that momentous occasion of history.
I hope there's more than 4 main dungeons. Well, no, there's got to be at least
I
5 because there's going to be 4 and then the final dungeon, which I assume is Hyrule again.
actually, okay, I don't want to spoil this, but I do know what's gonna happen.
All right, don't
I've
say
done
it.
a lot. Here's the thing: I've done a lot of cutscene stuff. I know exactly what's gonna happen when it comes to story progression. I'm not gonna say it,
Yeah, don't
but when
say
it
it.
comes to like gameplay progression, I think we're going to have a total of 6 dungeons or 7.
Shit, if that's the case. Like fuck.
Mainly
Like
because of the way I've just been observing how things have been going and with the route
cuz
that
like
the
there's
story
the
has
whole
thrown me.
giant ring in Sheikah town that I still have to fucking go see. I think what I'm first gonna do before I go to Gerudo Town is I'm gonna try to make my way to Hateo because Robbie was telling me that he can upgrade my shit at Hateo.
Right. So, actually, about that, so to give you a little bit of advice here, because I thought that was the same case. You're better off exploring the underground more so than you are going to Heteno at this
If you're
point.
talking about the hidden power up, I have found that.
Hidden power up. I have not found it yet,
You haven't found
personally.
it yet? Have you
Not
been to the
yet.
Great Plateau?
I have. The problem is, I haven't been there to get it. I know exactly what you're talking about
Yeah.
when getting it. The
I was about to
problem
say
is, I haven't gotten it.
it's right on top of the big fuck off demon.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, I haven't gotten there yet because I've spent a majority of my time exploring underground.
Ah, okay, I see.
And then I realized one thing. You know how the light roots work, right?
Yes.
Have
Oh,
you ever bothered?
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Every single shrine on the surface corresponds to the light root.
Exactly. That's
I
one thing I found
I
out
found that
yesterday
out
when I
today when I was
researched it.
watching a podcast talking about it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I noticed, like when playing through the game, is like, at first I was like wondering, huh, I wonder what this is, and then every
Looking back at
single
it, there's
like
probably so many fucking shrines I haven't done because I
yeah,
didn't.
because like if you take your time to look underground and find all the light routes, you can go up to the surface
Dude,
and track them
like
all there.
straight up. Okay, this feeling that I had when I realized how big the underground, the depths was.
Uh
It's
huh.
it's the same fucking feeling I had when I first discovered like the underground in Elden Ring.
Ah,
But the underground in Elden Ring was only like it wasn't the whole map, but it was still pretty fucking big.
yeah.
But the Depths is literally a second map. It's literally the entire map again.
Exactly. And that's why I want to give a piece of advice here whenever it comes to any new players playing here. If you, after you eventually get to start your quest and everything, and you decide to go into one of the chasms, treat your overworld map like the underground. Because whatever you find up top will reflect the bottom instantly. Do not be
Like,
afraid to explore the dark.
okay.
Also, one last thing before I go ahead and let you go. If you find a stall horse, use it. You
Oh
will not
yeah,
take
no, that
any
is they
damage.
are so fucking useful down there. Oh my
Yes,
god.
you will not take any damage from the environmental hazards that are down there, which is
That or do what
super
I
nice.
did and build the pussy wagon.
That too.
Especially once you know what? Okay. You know what? I think this thing's okay to spoil. You
Uh-huh.
the secret power that I brought up a few minutes ago is just auto build where it will just remember shit you build and you can rebuild it automatically.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling that was it.
Once I realized what that was when I found out, I was like, "Oh my god, this is going to be so fucking useful." And it is. And the best part about it, you don't need the parts to rebuild things.
So it just outright gives you the thing.
Yeah, but it takes zonite. Zonite? Zonite.
Yeah, Zonite. Oh,
It
that's so
consumes zonite
nice.
instead of the parts.
That is actually so nice.
Yeah. And you want to know what's best because of that? I still haven't found a fucking control, the little control stick. I
Hmm.
haven't found those outside like in the little gotcha machines.
Oh yeah, I know where a couple of them are. I could like tell
Like
you later after the show.
okay, that's cool cuz like I just like I assume that I'm assuming they're on parts of the map I haven't visited yet cuz the parts of the
They
map I
are.
have been to, I've done my best to explore like crazy. Well,
Hmm.
not like crazy, but do the important things.
Of course.
Like I've done the weird crazy mushroom side quest. I've done the s- the one where fucking this isn't really a spoiler, but
I haven't done
there's
the
one
mushroom
stable that
yet.
has Zelda's horse in it, and the horse fucking
Oh,
runs off. I was
that.
convinced that that horse was in the middle of the King Ghidorah arena. So I spent like
No.
30 minutes trying to find it while that thing was trying to kill me, just to find out it was all the way like up north. Complete because
Yeah.
it literally says, "Oh, watch out for the monster," when the horse is nowhere near the monster.
No, it's just telling you to watch out for
That's
other things.
that's
And
the
also,
same shit that Breath of the Wild
yeah.
did, where like their quest instructions will just sometimes lie to you.
Well, yeah, it's mainly to invoke fear, but at the same time, a lot of miscommunication, misunderstanding on
Yeah.
top of that. But the
Uh.
fact that that fucking horse is a thing, when I first encountered it, I was like, huh, what the
Oh yeah,
fuck
no,
is
I thought
that?
my
Why
game
is that
glitched.
a
I
thing?
I thought the
Yeah,
textures on it were broken because
exactly. I
it
thought that
looks.
was fucking weird.
I'm not gonna lie, its model is the like it literally looks like they just spray painted it gold.
It really
But ever since I
does.
got it, it's been my main horse because it's amazing at everything.
It is. Well, second to Epona.
Well, yeah, but I don't have that amiibo, and I'm not spending fucking dollars on a fucking plastic statue.
I could just send you one.
Wait, really? How many of those do you
Yeah, I have like
have?
two copies of it,
Oh
like two
shit!
Ocarina of Time links amiibos. I have like two of them.
Why do you have
I could
two
just
of
send
them?
you one. One of them was gifted to me as a gift.
Huh? Well, shit. I have. Wait a minute. Do you have the Wolf Link amiibo?
Yes, but
Have you
that's
used it in Tears of
not
the
yet.
Kingdom?
Wait,
Oh.
no. What does it do?
Mm, I've seen a video of someone use it, and it literally just drops a shit ton of meat.
Wait, it doesn't give you the Wolf Link amiibo anymore,
I
or
don't
the Wolf Link?
I don't know. I don't like. I've only seen that one video, but they used it in the tutorial. I don't know if that
Hold on
would
a second.
affect it.
I want to try it. Hand me my controller real quick if you can, please.
I'm
Is it over
not
there?
in this. I'm in another state.
Yeah, you're in another state. I'm looking for my controller. Give me 1 second. I want to test this out. I'll be right
I-
back. I'll be quick. All right, cool. Let me go get the puppy.
the puppy. Oh, the wolf link.
And we'll go ahead and activate this. Huh, they're right.
Really?
It does drop only meat.
Wow. I guess this might be another thing of them balancing the game because Wolf Link, not gonna lie, I from the videos I saw on him was kind of broken.
Yeah, that is true. Huh? Yeah, I will. But yeah, Wolf-Link was kind of broken, and now I understand why.
Like
The
this,
current
I'm
situation
not
of the
gonna
game
lie.
is
Like this
crap.
whole game, it feels like a sequel, but also like a giant balance patch.
It's a balance patch sequel that actually feels like fun, considering the fact
Yeah,
that they gave us more
yeah.
broken stuff to play with. Also,
This is a balance patch and a sequel that Overwatch 2 wish it fucking was.
oh yeah,
Oh man,
did you hear
no,
about the
when
situation with
I'm
Overwatch 2?
saving that. I am saving that discussion. I am
Yeah,
saving that discussion. We are gonna have a
yes,
nice fucking discussion about that later.
yes, please, because I'm
Oh,
dead inside right
oh
now.
man, I feel nothing but validation. But yeah, back to the topic.
Back to the topic at hand. The one thing I will say though, honestly, I can understand why they removed Wolf Link because of the way they handled the story and
So to
progression of
say, story wise, it made no sense.
yeah. Well, yeah, it made no sense. Plus, at the same time, Wolf Link was overpowered. He was actually a really very helpful NPC. A lot of us players were asking for like NPCs to travel with us. That's why they gave us the Wolf Link amiibo.
Yeah,
And then
but
Tears of the Kingdom came around, and
Tears
as
of
you
the
said,
Kingdom kind of does that.
yeah, they did that because as you've seen, since you've already done the first dungeon,
Yeah, yeah.
basically the whole
The
plot
way the
behind that
powers
is
work is
yeah.
the NPC will accompany you from now on, and it will actually follow you around the whole time. It's actually really cool. I don't know if you can have a bunch of them activated at the same time or if you have to choose,
I
but
don't want to tell you
yeah,
this.
don't tell me that. Don't say
I'll
that.
let
All
you
I know
figure
is
that
that
one
you
out
can definitely
yourself.
have at least one following you around at a time.
Yeah.
And I'm God, this fucking game, man. It's I
It's too good.
it's so fucking good. Like the fact that the one thing that I think is fucking hilarious though is everybody complained about the durability. Literally everybody fucking complained about the durability. I complained about the durability.
And
And
then
one
they
of the
gave us a
major
solution.
plot points of this game is, "Oh no, now that the gloom is here, it rusted every weapon on the planet." Every
Yeah.
single weapon is rusted to the point where it will just break in a few hits. And that is
Unless you
so
use a new
hilarious.
mechanic.
Oh god, it's the best. Fusing is the best fucking thing ever. It's
I
it's
I
so
find out how
stupid in
it
the
works.
best way possible. I There are so many combinations of shit you can do with it. Well, real
Mhm.
quick, basically how it works is you can take your weapon or your shield and you can attach anything to it. Like
Any
fucking
item.
anything, any item. Like
You could even attach a sword to it, and it will just
yeah, it
be
would just
called
be a sword
the
sword.
soldier's. Yeah, the soldier's shield, sword shield. That's literally
It's
what it would be called. And out of all
for
of
the
them, my
longest
favorite.
time for while I was playing the game, I
Mhm.
kept wondering why the fuck would you want a bomb on your shield? That sounds so stupid. And then I saw a video of a dude with a bomb barrel on his shield, and he jumped off a cliff, did the flip so that he was standing on the shield, like the shield surfing. And
Yeah,
when he hit the ground, it just sent him flying, and it
yeah.
didn't
That's
hurt
also
him at
another
all.
thing. That's also another thing. They gave us bomb
They gave
bullet
us
time
actual
as an
bombs
actual
back.
mechanic.
Oh yeah,
They gave us bullet time as a mechanic and actual bombs back. That is one of the greatest things I could ever ask for in a video game.
yeah,
Is they
and
took a
Jesus Christ,
glitch and they made it an actual fucking mechanic.
yeah, it's.
Fucking Zelda is out
Have
here
you?
fucking pulling a relogic with Terraria.
I'm guessing you've done. Have you found the demon statue yet? Like the actual demon statue?
Where in the underground?
No, no, no. The one that you can. In Breath of the Wild, you had that
Oh
one
yeah, yeah,
statue.
yeah.
Have
I
you
have
found
not
that?
found it yet.
You haven't
No,
found it yet.
no.
You should go back to the emergency shelter in Lookout. You should go back there tonight.
Oh, it's in that cave.
Yes, there's a lot of stuff in that
Oh my
cave.
god, I have not found it because I literally got sidetracked throughout the entire freaking pathway, and I thought it was like a route that leads all the way down into freaking into getting the soldier armor, which by
Oh,
the way,
it
if you
is.
go further down.
It
Yeah, that's the
is.
thing.
I've done
I
that.
got all the way through that and then I got
It
stuck.
went all
And
the
I
way to fucking Hyrule Castle.
Oh god. And thanks for reminding me about that. I
There's a
actually
fucking
got to
Stelnox down
explore.
there.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you. I explored all of Hyrule Castle. Well, most of Hyrule Castle.
Wait, like
I went into Hyrule Castle itself.
the really?
Yeah,
Is
there's a shrine located there.
huh?
Now,
Wow. How hard is it?
it's just Hyrule Castle.
So it's hard.
No,
Really?
I'll tell you what's worse.
Wait,
Okay,
I don't
so
want
let
you
me
to
tell you
spoil
this.
it, but at the same
No,
time
I'm
now
not
I'm
gonna
confused.
spoil
I
it.
figured that was gonna be like
No. Let me explain it. You know how the entire first bit of the game takes place underground, right?
yes.
Yeah. Where do you think the final boss is gonna be? Underground,
Uh
right? Now, now,
oh.
hear me out real quick. I took the time and liberty of running through Hyrule Castle Chasm one time. This is the key word. One time. I never went back there since.
Oh Jesus.
I am absolutely terrified of that place.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
not a matter of like difficulty terrifying, it's just unsettling, terrifying,
I
panic followed with I don't know where the fuck to go half the time.
I have heard that there is a monster in this game. I have not seen it. I've only heard people talk about it. That is so fucking terrifying that it like it's I though okay, I'll just tell you what I read.
Hmm.
Somebody went to remember that island in Breath of the Wild that just had nothing on it except a bunch of skeletons that attack you?
Yeah,
Mikar Island, I believe.
yeah,
And not even there's not even a fucking Korok on it.
yeah.
Someone went back there to see how it would be changed. And from what he described, he got there. The sky changed, got darker, the music changed, and all of a sudden he was immediately just attacked by something fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
And then it
Remember?
killed him.
Yeah,
Apparently, whatever this thing is, it's what replaces Guardians.
yeah, I now understand why it got replaced as a guardian. Holy fucking
If
shit.
it's
I've
more
encountered that thing.
terrifying than the fucking King Ghidorah bullshit,
It's more terrifying than that. Outright.
ugh. I
Like,
want don't say anything about it because I want the first time I see it to be the like
that's the thing. You said you were in the Great Plateau, right?
yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't encountered it yet because there's one there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, wow, I've run all over that bitch.
Have you ran by the Forest of Time?
Forest of Time.
Yeah. There's a shrine nearby the entrance of that. And then when you run through the Forest of Time,
Wait, like
this is
an
like
old Breath of the Wild shrine or
no,
like a,
like an actual like shrine in this version. There's
I
like a
didn't
small little secluded area. If you go to where the Temple of Time is, you go out into the forestry area and you go a little bit further, like
like right
facing the
outside the Shrine of Resurrection?
no, not the Shrine of Resurrection. It will be off the cliff over to the left a little bit.
Okay.
That like
Actually,
in
wait,
that
can we talk
forest.
about that real quick? This is something that's kind of bugged me, and I just kind of want to talk about it. Where the
So
fuck did all the Sheikah technology go? And
okay,
if
so
it's explained in the story, don't say it. But
here's my running theory on it since I haven't
because
heard
it's not
anything about
just
it in the
gone,
story.
it's gone. Like when I went to the
Yeah,
Shrine of Resurrection, the
it's just not there.
walls were gone.
That's the thing. Like my theory behind it is that this game takes place roughly about 6 to 8 years later in the timeline, like directly after Breath of the Wild,
Well, that makes
and
sense.
a majority of the
I
technology that is Sheikah got repurposed and like reproduced into like more of like
but
found solid technology for people to use in everyday life. Like, for example, a majority of the weapons and stuff. That's why they were
yeah,
able to stay so stacked up and everything. Basically, that was backup. That's my running theory on it,
the
at
thing
least
that
personally.
gets me is that I mean, yeah, I guess if it has been quite a few years after, they would have cleaned up all the guardians and shit. But like, why get rid of the towers
Because
and
it
then
serves no
replace
purpose
them
for it.
with new towers that we now have to once again go through and find to pull up the map when we had the full map already.
So let me explain that. Basically, from the beginning of the game, as you saw, the Pura pad, and it is
Yeah,
basically
Zelda
a
Switch.
repurposed. Yeah, it is basically a repurposed Sheikah slate that is updated and a lot better than what the Sheikah slate was, which explains why the Skyview towers exist. Basically, it's a compatible version of Pura's technology, which allows her to
Oh,
not only
Pura.
create a modern view tower, but basically think of it as like a tablet that has the ability to like do calls and take
I
photos and shit like that.
Okay. All right.
That's
I
the
think
whole
I get
point
what
of it.
you're saying. So basically they updated the iPhone and then the whole world
Yeah,
needed to change to accommodate for it.
basically they updated the iPhone to the iPhone 25 SZ.
But real quick. All right. I need to go. I need to go on my thirst rant real quick.
All right, go for it. What do we got?
Pura, man. Pura,
Oh god,
man. Pura, 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 Pura.
Shura.
I'm Oh man. I didn't play Age of Calamity, so I didn't know what she looked like originally before she changed to her like little fucking lolly form or whatever. So like when
Ah,
she opened
right.
that door and the fucking Velma voice came out, I I I was on cloud 9, man. like like god
That,
damn, god damn.
yeah, like that. It was a surprise to see her original Age of Calamity design there. Personally speaking,
Like
since I did
I
play
didn't
through
I
it,
didn't I didn't play Age of Calamity, so like I
I
need to
did.
do that.
It
That's
was
another game I
interesting.
need to play because apparently from what I've heard that game I didn't play it because I was like I already know how it's gonna end. There's no point in me playing
No,
it. And then come to find out it's like its own fucking story with like time travel shenanigans.
yeah.
And it's like, oh Jesus, all right, you know what? Fine. Any world that I could possibly save the fish lady makes me I want to play it now.
Yeah, basically, it was trying to create a paradox in which it was possible, but nothing could change the inevitability. So its paradox was null and void.
Oh Jesus.
That's why it still continued with the events of Breath of the Wild. Because what happened in Age of Calamity was, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows this. Basically, the little egg robot decided to say, "Hey, I'm going to travel back in time and warn everyone." You know, the Age of Calamity. And then that all happens. Final boss ensues. Turns out it's not actually Ganon, but it's someone else of the clan, which is apparently the former prior leader, not Master Koga,
Who
which
is the
was the
best?
second leader. Yeah, Master Koga's fucking
I've
hilarious.
heard I've heard Master Koga in Age of Calamity is unironically the best thing ever.
He is the most unhinged gremlin ever, and it's fucking amazing.
I have seen so many like edits and like anime bullshit of like his soldier I guess you can play as in that game.
It's hilarious, and I love it. Master Koga has probably been one of my favorite characters to play in Age of Calamity.
God. So they save the world and everything and prevent the calamity, but then it just happens anyway because the timeline has to happen.
Yes, it tries to create a paradox in order to separate itself, which is why when I looked at it and I saw the ending, I was like, wait a minute, no, this is creating a split timeline, which is causing a paradox. But if the events of Breath of the Wild are true and Age of Calamity technically, and I say in air quotes, not canon, then the entirety of Age of Calamity
Just
was just a paradox that never existed.
just let Mifa be happy. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
Okay, so the
Just
Hyrule Warriors are non-canon? Okay, that makes
Well,
sense.
yeah, that makes sense, but like I just
Yeah,
listen,
that's
even
why
if
I
it's
say like
non-canon, just let Mifa and Link be happy. That's all I ask, man. That's all I ask.
I mean, she's already dead, but if Link dies, they'll be happy forever.
I mean, like, okay, you've been another tangent, but have you heard of Link's Diary?
Uh, where?
It's not an item. Basically, in the
Mm,
original Japanese, you know how the mission logs and mission objectives are just mission objectives, right? In Breath of the Wild?
mhm.
In the Japanese version, they were told they were written by Link in the first person.
Huh.
And they had his actual personality in there. And the way he talks about Mifa in those missions is
Is-
pretty solid ship fuel, I'd say.
Hmm.
And Age of Calamity did the same thing, where the mission objectives were labeled or were written by Link in the first person. And the way he talks about, literally, I think the mission where I think apparently you have to get luminous stones or whatever, but Link
Mm.
literally says Mifa standing in front of the luminous stones made Mifa's body seem even more beautiful than before.
So that outright confirms those two being a thing, which is super nice.
Yeah, it yeah, like it it just
I always knew they were a thing.
like yeah, but like damn man, I just want him to be happy. Damn
Don't
it,
worry,
man.
she is happy looking looking over Link. She'll care for him. She'll think of him, and then eventually, when Link dies, those two will be together, and they'll have gratuitous amounts of fun time.
um. Anyway, what were we fucking tangent of Tears of the Kingdom? What were we on? I'm trying
Uh,
to.
the the Guardian replacement.
Ah, right, yeah, the Guardian replacement. I can't wait until I find one of those, and it
You are
just
going to hate it,
oh, I can't wait. I can't wait, man. But like,
dude. I will tell you this right now. I've encountered it 4 times, and I still hate it.
uh,
I
I
never
I've
want to touch
encountered
that.
the I remember when I first heard someone talking about this, I was like, are they talking about the fucking trees? Are they talking about the
No,
fucking tree? I shit myself. I'm not even gonna lie.
man,
When the tree
I
popped out of
did
the ground
too.
for the first time and just started walking at me, I fucking shit my pants. Like, like it
Oh,
was
dude,
just I.
when me and my roommate were watching me do like explore the depths and everything, I was just like trying to like find my way around, trying to find more light. Everything. All of a sudden, the fucker pops up out of nowhere after I'm like, man, this feels fine. Poof! Oh my god!
Wait, they
And I
can
could
attack you
not
in the
fucking
depths too?
yes.
Oh my god. Like when I was just running around like I was going in the direction of Rito Village and I had stopped because I saw a well
Yeah.
and apparently wells are like treasure troves in this fucking game.
Yeah, that's also one of the things I love about
And I got
these
off my
updates.
horse and I walked over to it because I saw an apple hanging off the tree and I was like, oh shit, I could use a few more apples. So I walk over to cut it down and the bitch just stands up out of the ground and just starts scuttling towards me on the fucking roots. And I fucking shit myself. And then I'm like, what? I.
From now on,
Why?
I'm conscious of every tree.
Yeah, I'm scared to walk into woods now. Like, unironically, like I did a shrine and I got out of the shrine and I saw there was like a little like destroyed houses
Uh-huh.
inside some woods and I started walking towards it and then I stopped and I got scared just looking at all the trees around it.
I don't blame you, man. Like that shit is just traumatizing. You can't ever trust Mother Nature after that.
Yeah, that just broke all my trust in that moment. Like,
Oh
holy shit.
god.
Also, I have a bit of a theory. This is a theory, by the way. This isn't a
Uh-huh.
story spoiler. This is a theory. Zelda is not Zelda.
Oh, I can't tell you anything. Okay, so pretty much let me say this right now. I can't tell you anything about your theory. I can't talk to
I
you
know.
about it
I know.
because I know and I have seen way too many things. I
Yeah. I
understand one thing. The words that she has said have a different meaning. That's all.
yeah, I'm my main theory right now is that this game is going to end on a fucking cliffhanger
No,
and
it's not. I guarantee you
I
it's not.
I feel like it is. I really feel like it is. Cuz like though think about it for a second. This is my crackpot theory. The first
Hmm.
game was very blue. Blue
Then
shit
Age of Calamity
everywhere.
was very red.
I did not think about that.
Yeah.
That I did not cross my mind actually.
Well, that's basically the whole thing of Age of Calamity. It was just a retelling of the whole situation. Which, by the way, it's not canon, but it technically is a retelling.
It's
Quote
another
unquote.
timeline. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Just call
fuck
it
it.
another
But
timeline. But
the,
okay,
then we go over to like Tears of the Kingdom, which is all green. So at that point, the only theory is, this is the third game in the entire installment. Either that, or they're actually going to make a proper sequel to Tears of the Kingdom, where
that's
it's
what
going to
I
be more
originally thought
information on it.
because I didn't even think about Age of Calamity. But my main theory was Breath of the Wild's very blue. This one's
Mm.
very green. Maybe we'll get a third game that like sort of, puts this all together, wraps it up in a nice bow and shit. And it's
Probably,
like the Triforce trilogy or some shit.
yeah. And
Like
that's
I
the
can,
thing when you look at
especially
it.
since
Mhm.
Breath of the Wild kind of worked as like a soft reboot. Since every this game, Breath of the Wild, takes place so fucking far in the timeline that like all the other games are just considered myths. Nobody knows what the fuck happened back then.
Well, that's the thing. If we were to, and if Nintendo says it's not canon, but if we were to look at how Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity presents itself, if they say it's not canon, that's fine. That's why I'm saying, like, the whole thing is just basically creating a paradox that doesn't exist. I'm just going to say right here, right now, theoretically speaking, if we were to put them in a canon spot, it all adds up legitimately. If you look at Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition and the story behind it, and how everything just happened to exist in one plane of the universe, it makes 100% sense why all of these names, all of these places look very familiar in everything. It makes sense because if we were to do that, but if they don't consider it canon, it wouldn't make any sense.
I was about to say
Because
like
those pieces don't add up if it's just nothing.
as
That's
a
why I'm saying, if theoretically putting, sorry to interrupt, I'll just finish my thought here real quick. If we were to put Age of Calamity at the beginning, then that would explain what happened at the beginning, all the story, all the things that had happened. Then we have everything that happened in Breath of the Wild, which is the conclusion to Age of Calamity. And then we have everything that is the future in Tears of the Kingdom.
yeah, but
It
like
just makes sense.
I
And yet
but
I don't
yeah, like
understand
I
why.
was saying, my crackpot theory is that this game's gonna end on a cliffhanger. Like
over 10,000 years after
Exactly the point.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so fucking far in the future that
like
like
timelines. We just don't have the canon event that merged them.
Right. Which I think Age of Calam or Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition would do that. Continue on, by the way. Sorry about that.
but like I said, my crackpot theory is that this game's gonna end on a cliffhanger of like Hylia or some shit, kind of, you know, it's gonna come out that like it's not Zelda, it's Hylia or some shit, or
Oh
whatever the
god,
fuck
but
is controlling Zelda, because like the horse mission. I don't like this isn't really a spoiler because it's a fucking little
I
side
want to
quest in a
tell
shit in a
you, but I
stable.
can't.
Like the way that they said that the horse freaked out when it saw Zelda, despite the fact that apparently the horse in Zelda, it's Zelda's horse, fucking white girl horse, story as old as fucking time. But like,
Yes, Spirited Away, my favorite movie.
yeah. But yeah, it's like it just that bitch ain't Zelda. And not to mention when I saw the first Blood Moon when the first Blood Moon played for the first time and she said some weird fucking shit where she was like making shit sound kind of like more like
Depressing.
huh?
Depressing.
Yeah, not just depressing but kind of like the world deserves this kind of shit.
So like nihilistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like it's pretty obvious that the Zelda that talked to us when we first finished the Temple of Time where she said Link you have to find me and the Zelda we keep seeing popping up all over the place are not the same Zelda.
Right. So
Or if it's some fucking skinwalker or some shit wearing her face.
yeah, honestly, like I said, exactly what I have said prior to the whole without revealing any spoilers at all. Her words have a different meaning.
Yeah.
That's all I will say.
God, I can't. I just
Like
I
that's not
I want
revealing too much of anything. It's just saying, okay, think of it outside the box.
Yeah, because like, God, I want. I'm gonna be honest. Setting, I finally reached a point where I felt I was comfortable enough to do this sort of like gush about the game for a little bit. Because
Hmm.
once I beat it, and we've both beaten it, we're gonna do this again, and we're just gonna
Oh,
spoil just
oh, fuck
fucking
yeah!
yeah, yeah. We're
I'm
doing this
almost scared of
again.
beating the game though. That's the thing. Like I've been on this nonstop, even at work on
Well, that's it.
break.
You
I've just
took
been
your
like popping it
vacation.
open.
You took your fucking vacation for
Well,
this
yeah, I
shit.
took like 5 days of like nonstop Breath of the Wild with occasion like maybe
I
one
couldn't
or
do
not
that.
Breath of the Wild,
I already
music.
took my vacation a few months ago. But like,
Understandable.
once I beat the game and we've both beaten the fucking game and we can just gush about this shit like full on full fucking spoilers, just
Yeah,
pants off, dick out, fucking like going for a ride kind of shit. But like,
yeah.
it's I just I want to play it. Like I just even just stopping to talk about this is like I want to get back and play it some more. I've been playing it like every night before I go to bed. I'm just laying in bed fucking because like I've been
Oh
so
yeah.
fucking busy this week. But
Oh,
even
can
then,
I actually recommend something for you?
sure,
I have you been to Terrytown at all?
I have not. I haven't even
I
gone up.
highly, I highly implore you go to Terrytown because there's a shrine there, like near Terrytown, that I recommend you go into because it will teach you everything that is amazing about the.
Hello,
Yo,
your mic cut out.
sorry. If you go to Terrytown, there's a shrine there. I highly implore you go after because that will teach you everything about the Zonai technology.
It keeps cutting out right before you
What the
say it.
frick?
It keep
Zonai technology.
okay. Jesus.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. I
It
think
kept
it was
cutting
because
out literally right before you would say the thing.
I think it was because it was a little too far away from my face here. I didn't know it was
But
that
yeah,
sensitive.
like okay, real quick.
Hmm.
One more. I know I keep saying real quick right before we change the subject, but
No, you're
like
good. You're good.
it's so hard to stay on focus because I just fucking keep gushing about this fucking
There's
game.
so much about this game. Yeah,
The you've played Dark Souls. You've played Dark
I
Souls, right?
have. Yeah.
You've heard of the Haircut Gang, right?
No, actually, I don't
The
remember that.
Haircut Gang is the guys with the bowl cuts.
Oh,
You know, there's one in like every game. They're usually a cleric and they're usually a bastard.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I
You
know
know where I'm
exactly what
going
you're
with
talking about
this?
because it.
You know where
Yeah,
I'm
because
going with
that's
this?
free.
That
Oh no.
fucker, I hate him. I hate Addison so much.
Why do you hate him?
he I I I am not a construction worker. I am not
Uh,
a carpenter, but even I know how to fucking put a damn pole in the ground.
yeah, like the dude literally
And
builds a
it's
sign.
fucking
Start
everywhere.
Yeah.
And the
That.
fucker has the audacity to look at me, the man who practically built Terrytown. It's like, oh, Mr. Hudson's the greatest, you're just a shrimp. Bitch! Who do you think found him all the workers? Who do you think brought him all the fucking wood? So much
Oh God.
fucking grinding I had to do for that damn wood.
Oh man, dude. Actually, speaking of Terrytown again, I like you. I really implore you go and do the quest line because it's
Uh,
really worth your time.
I
Because a lot of the shit you could do after that is fucking amazing.
I know, but like I hate Addison so much.
Yeah, I
I
know. I
hate
hate
him
him too.
so much. He's
The fucker
everywhere.
literally made
He's
me.
everywhere.
Yes, he literally made me waste so many steaks that I had to go and fucking like toss a bunch of
I
like stuff and
and
materials just to get it back.
how do you keep fucking up wood that easily? Like and I hate that his excuse is President Hudson's face can't touch the ground. Fuck off. He's not the American flag. It's a fucking sign. You can set him on the ground and then attach another fucking piece of wood. Damn it. It's not hard.
It really isn't, and that's the annoying thing about it too. Is like he'll think it's like the end of all end alls if you don't get it
The
right.
thing that fucking broke me, the one that broke me, was when I was at the top of the fucking Heba Mountains. Heba? How do you pronounce
Hebra,
it? Heba? at the
Hebra.
top of the Heba Mountains. And then I look over, I'm gliding across, and then I stop and I look down and I see him at the
Just
top of the
all the way
fucking
over.
mountains with a sign, with 2 signs.
Oh my god.
He has one
That's
on
so
top of the
sad.
other, and one's a little bit crooked. And
That is
he's
so
sitting there
sad.
shivering. And I'm like, who the
The man
fuck is gonna
deserves
see this?
frostbite. The man deserves absolute frostbite
Like,
from
who is
that.
actually gonna see this?
No one, maybe even the Ritos, but like that's it.
I just. I. I. All I'm saying is if.
Mhm.
All I'm saying is if I could replace him with the Koroks and
You
proceed to
could.
do all the bad things to the Koroks, or proceed to do all the bad things into him instead of the Koroks, I would. I'm not saying I hate the man. All I'm saying is I would crucify him.
Oh yeah, totally. Crucifixion through sacrification is completely different than absolutely hating the.
Like, yeah. I just want to. I just want to tie him to a rocket and send it flying into a fucking rock. That's
Yeah,
it.
actually, I
That's
wonder
all.
if
That's
anyone's
all I
ever
want to
done
do.
that. I wonder if anyone's ever done that. I want to see that happen. I want to see someone just put a rocket to the side, launch it, and then watch his face as it flies up into the air.
Oh my god! I didn't even think about that. You could do that. You could put the rocket against it, then tell him to let go of it, and then just launch the bitch.
Yes, please. I need that.
Oh my god. But yeah. Oh man. Oh Jesus. Is there anything else we should talk about?
We
We've
talked
talked about the weapons.
yeah.
We've talked about basically like all the beginning area shit.
We haven't talked about the weapon fusion much aside from like
Yeah, we should
there's
probably
some
go
funny
more a
stuff
little
about
bit
it.
more. Yeah, we should probably go a little
So
bit more in depth about that. You can attach fucking
yeah,
anything, man. Like,
I figured out how it works too, especially whenever you want better weapons too. Because like at this point, normally we would like sell or use and money.
you keep breaking up.
We would use and sell the monster parts for crafting and money, right?
Yeah, if this was Breath of the Wild, I would.
Exactly. That's the difference, though. Comparatively to the two, out of all of them, like I will say this: using monster parts to enhance a weapon has been the coolest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, it is such a neat fucking concept.
And
Dude,
on
the
top of that,
thing
it's
that
why I've been able
fucking.
to like storm through a lot of the bosses too, because like
Oh,
I have a
yeah.
lot of weapons that are like
I'm not
over
gonna lie.
40.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's very easy to get some stupidly overpowered weapons, especially in the depths. Like, you can run into some monsters way above your fucking pay grade in the depths super easily. And
Oh
if
yeah,
you can kill even one of them, you got a fucking weapon that will carry you for a good while.
oh yeah. That's
Especially
the
if
thing
you
about
attach
it
that
too.
bitch to like a sturdy stick, which has extra durability.
Yes. The
Like,
extra durability shit on like very powerful
I'm
items
not
is
gonna
like the
lie,
godsend of a blessing.
like
Like I'm so glad they did that.
the blue Astafos horns, which is just
Mhm.
a fucking katana blade.
Yeah, the Blues Zolfos horns are like my favorite out of them all. Yeah, they don't have much power, but I attach them to like an upgraded version of that stick, which is better than the sturdy,
Yeah.
technically,
Oh, there's
because it
another
gives
one?
more damage.
Oh
Yeah, there's
shit.
another one of it. But what I personally did was I took the Gerudo sword and applied the Blue Zolfos, and it amplified its power immensely.
I have okay, real quick.
Mhm.
Every time I go on YouTube, I just keep seeing about people. It's like insane, stupid repair weapon. Can you actually repair weapons?
Technically speaking, you can if you do it right. So if your weapon is about to break, I believe you could destroy the fused material and then you could reattach new material to it to increase its durability, I think.
Cause
I
like
don't remember exactly how it
I think it
works.
might have to work with the same thing. Remember in Breath of the Wild 1? I don't know if you know this. Not a lot of people actually know this. But if you find an Octorok and
Uh-huh.
have him suck up rusty weapons,
Oh,
he'll
that's right.
shoot
He
back
makes it.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll make them normal weapons. I
Yeah.
think it might have something to do with that, because every YouTube thumbnail, I haven't watched them, but all of them have this same thing where it's like this weird golden fucking katana thing, and in the corners, usually an Octorok in the thumbnail. So I'm thinking
Yeah,
it
that
might
makes
have
sense.
something to do with that.
If it's a golden thing, katana, it's probably a golden Lizalfos, probably.
That makes okay. I haven't found any of those yet.
because
The only ones
I have
the
found the
highest
silver
I've
ones.
found is black.
I have found silver ones.
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah, I have found silver ones naturally, and they are actually kind of fucking nutty. I also found blue
Okay, real quick. This
Hinoxes as
is
well.
okay. Real quick. This is the only spoiler I want personally.
All right.
Okay? And if you don't listen, viewer, if you're watching this and you don't want this specific thing spoiled, skip ahead by like a minute or so, or
Or
skip
so.
it. Yeah, like skip ahead like
We'll
a
give a
minute.
little title warning.
Yeah, I'll put something up. But yeah, just skip ahead like a minute. Where the fuck do you get? You remember the blue chess piece? Link's outfit from Breath of the Wild.
Oh, the tunic? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's in Hyrule Castle.
it's in Hyrule Castle. Okay, all right, cool,
So you want to know how to get the quest for it?
sure.
You have to go to Hateno Village, and you have to go to your house.
Ah, okay.
In there, you will go down into the well that is located behind the house, and you'll find Princess Zelda's secret study. Once you are there, you can also
Oh,
open up a chest, which also gives you the worn hairband, which is basically a hairband for the headpiece. You can't upgrade it. And
oh, so it's
you
like
also,
Link's little hair
yeah, it's
clip
his
from the
little
first game.
ponytail. Yeah. And when you read the diary, you can then have the ability to read the quest about how to get a new champion's tunic, since yours was kind of like beaten, worn, and tattered.
Okay, okay. Um, all right. Just
Now,
real
the
quick,
thing
doing
is,
a quick countdown for the spoiler
uh,
thing. 5, 4, 3, 2,
three,
1.
two,
All
one.
right, if you've
Okay,
come to
cool.
this point, it wasn't honestly that much of a spoiler, but like, um,
It was just some
anyway,
information
real
that
quick,
people miss.
yeah,
Yeah.
just a little bit of useful information.
Mhm.
It wasn't that bad. But um, I know when when Link woke up in the big tree or whatever the fuck it was at the beginning of the game, and I saw his hair was like down. It didn't snap to my mind that his stupid hair clip thing just broke. I thought it was longer, and I was like, I swear to God, if this son of a bitch has been asleep for like 50 fucking years or like 10 years, I'm gonna fucking scream.
Oh no, actually, canonically, it should have taken at least a few days prior, or at least a week, to heal.
Yeah, cause like
But like, yeah.
I saw his fucking hair down completely, and I thought it was like longer because I completely forgot about his little hair clip thing. And like my
That's the thing.
brain
Like,
immediately just went, I swear to fucking God.
well,
I
that's the
swear to
thing.
God.
Like, the dialogue would have told you how long you would have been out if it was like telling you that exact amount from like the beginning of the game. Like when you immediately go to lookout point, you're just like, dude, where have you been? What happened? All we saw was the thing went up and then you disappeared. So my immediate thought is it either happened a few hours later or it canonically happened at least a few days later.
I think probably a few days.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Because that would explain why they would have a
Uh,
warranted search party out there.
yeah, that's true. All right. We've been going for a little over an hour now. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we sort of wrap this up?
The last thing I want to talk about, um, let's see here. Kind of going through my head. Oh yeah, Sky Archipelagos are some of the best thing in this game has
Yes.
ever offered.
Yes.
I Every time I play this game, I get three like nostalgic vibes. I get Sunshine vibes from Super Mario Sunshine. I get Wind Waker vibes, and I get Skyward Sword.
Oh yeah, there's Skyward Sword is all over this fucking game. Like you can tell. Like even
Oh,
just
yeah.
the moment when Link's falling for like the first time, like when he skydives to like the tutorial island, it's so Skyward Sword it hurts.
Yes, it's the best thing about it. Also, a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, playing Skyward Sword definitely would tie into this." You aren't kidding. You are 100% correct. People who have
I
played
mean,
Skyward Sword will be 100% happy
oh
to play
yeah,
this
no,
game
like I
because
said,
there's
I
a
saw
lot of
that one
things.
cutscene from the memory up in the far
Hmm.
northwest. Yeah, that is very that design is a very reminiscent design from Skyward Sword.
And at the same time, it makes sense for what had happened.
Yeah.
If Because I've seen further into it, I've seen more cutscenes than you have. Everything makes sense. Why everything's where it's at
Oh man,
with what it is.
I can't wait. man, I want to go play it. I want to go play more. So that's exactly what I'm gonna go do, cause
Oh yeah,
like,
same here.
oh
I'm
yeah,
actually gonna explore the rest of the map and find more
I'm gonna
shrines and
finish
stuff like
up.
that.
It's already pretty late for me, so I'm probably not gonna play too much later. I got work in the morning, but
Ah,
like,
that's fair.
I'm definitely gonna at least finish up the Great Plateau tonight, cause like, God, it's so good. It's so fucking good. I just can't deal with how fucking good it is. The one thing that's like that is like hurting me is the fact that there's just so much, and I'm getting like paralysis because there's so fucking much.
Exactly. Like it's double the size of what you expect out of
Like
Breath of the Wild. Like
this is
imagine if Breath of the Wild had that much flushed out to stuff.
yeah. Yeah, cuz like God, man, it's just I this feeling that I have right now is the same feeling I had when I first played Breath of the Wild, and it's the same feeling I had playing Breath of the Wild blind, and the same feeling I had when I played Elden Ring blind. Like
The
it's
overwhelming presence of like there's so much to
there's
do, so much
so
to see.
much. But here's the thing, it's not as bad as Elden Ring, because Elden Ring, I went in there with the mindset of I'm gonna fuck this up and get a really shitty ending. Because I was so scared, because fucking FromSoft games are horrible about that shit.
And
Which,
you
to be
somehow
fair,
did the opposite.
yeah, actually, to be fair, Elden Ring is probably the most straightforward of the games on how to get different endings.
Yeah.
Because they straight up don't lock you out of ending unless you go for the Frenzy Flame ending. If you go for the Frenzy Flame ending, that's the one ending that does lock you out of the other ones.
I mean it makes sense because at that point it's a commitment to a really bad ending.
Yeah, yeah. But oh man, but yeah, God, yeah. Like I said, once I beat this game and we've both beaten it, we're gonna fucking do this again, and that's probably gonna be like a 2 or 3 hour fucking talk, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, yeah. I expect you to actively take at least a few weeks to beat this game.
Oh, probably. Like, especially with the way I do it, like the way I played Elden Ring, I had to do like fucking everything before I beat it. I
Yeah.
had to at least do most of it. You know what I mean? Like Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild, Breath of the Wild was like I didn't do all of it, but I did most of it. Like I filled up all my hearts and got to the second wheel, you know what I mean? Or at least filled up one
Yeah.
extra bar of stamina before I felt comfortable enough to beat it.
Yeah.
And
So
I did
basically you got
basically
all the shrines.
I didn't do all the shrines cuz Jesus fucking Christ, I don't have enough time in the day. But like
I
I
mean, you're I'm talking to someone who plays Genshin and spends way
oh
too much
fuck
time on
off.
that.
Fuck off. Okay, I don't play Genshin to complete it. I play Genshin to look at sexy women and parade around my optimized child team.
Uh, God damn it. You're not wrong.
The kindergartens.
The
They are the best. But like I yeah, I can't get enough of this fucking game, man. Like
uh yeah.
I can't wait until you eventually play Elden Ring, and then we can have a conversation of you trying to go through that game. How much of that game have you actually seen?
None.
None? Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
Zero.
Once you play that game, we're gonna have to fucking just sit down and have conversations while you're going through it.
Yeah.
Cause like Jesus
That
Christ.
that's 100% something I plan to do later on. I
Like
definitely want
like
to
I
get
said, if you
Elden
buy it on
Ring.
PC, I have it on PC. We could play it
Yeah, I
together.
mean, yeah, I just got to get the finances for it,
Yeah.
settle down and everything,
Oh
and
yeah.
then I should be good.
But yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I think that's about it. I can't really think of anything else I want to like talk about. So like, yeah. Yeah.
Just
Ugh.
a lot of stuff, a lot of
Yeah, there's
things.
so much. God, I just God, I love this fucking game. I just want to keep playing it. Like,
Yeah,
uh, but yeah,
the game's too good. Like there's no answer
yeah,
for buts. It's just too good.
yeah. This isn't like I know we were talking about actually like starting like an actual podcast and shit, but
Uh-huh.
like I'm not gonna label this as that. This is I'm probably just gonna call the video like me and or my buddy and me or my buddy and I just gush about fucking Zelda for an hour or some shit.
Talking about Tears of the Kingdom for an hour while
Yeah,
freaking out about it. There's your title.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But all right, that was fucking God. It feels so good to talk about this game. I just want to
It
fucking
really
keep playing
does.
it. But yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess
one of
that's
these days, you should just like boot up the game and just like play it while you discuss things and stuff like that. Maybe that would be a good idea.
Yeah, yeah, that might be fun. But yeah, yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end it off now. So that was fucking God. I love this game so much,
I love this
and yeah, I
game.
love this fucking game. Uh, so yeah, if you enjoyed the video, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not gonna do all the shameful or shameless.
Don't subscribe. Don't like the video. Actually, instead, dislike the video if you made it this far. Don't comment saying I enjoyed the video. Say I hate the video. Uh, you're all people.
Awesome. Have a great day. Bye.
Have a nice play.